Hey, greetings, y'all, from the birthplace of American barbecue. It's Bill here with barbecuetricks.com. I did a video before on Butcher Box, and I did wanted to come back and revisit it a little bit because tons of comments, and I've learned a ton about Butcher Box, and I really learned there's a couple of tricks that you can use to really maximize the amount, like the poundage of meat that you get. And figured I'd go through it all here. There are other services that do online butchers, and I actually have a listing of them if you want to see them on my resources page at barbecuetricks.com. Worth checking out. But first, let's take a look at what Butcher Box is. It's 100% grass-fed, grass-finished beef, and actually that's something I didn't quite, I think, appreciate when I did a previous unboxing. But when I saw their latest deal that they've got, which is, I guess, 2 pounds of ground beef for every box for life, if you get a new subscription, I figured I wanted to revisit the old video, answer some comments that people made in the previous video unboxing, and show you how I maximize a new box that I'm getting now, because I get a lot more. This is what the original box looked like. Just and this whole unboxing, you can watch the whole thing that's already on YouTube, but it still holds true. I think this is what you pretty much get in a brand new box. Butcher Box, it's a meat subscription company. It distributes high quality meat, and they all like to call it meat you can trust. And so one of the comments in the video was there dry ice in that box? And there is, and that I went back and looked. All that meat is really solidly frozen, and yes, there was still dry ice in there. In my new box I got, it had all dissipated, but in that box there was still dry ice. A lot of people in the comments critiqued, I think kind of unfairly, the box, all the packaging it comes with, but Butcher Box does a really good job of trying to keep things green, and all of it is biodegradable, and with the exception of the plastic wrapping, but I think they do as good of a job as you can do with packaging and trying to keep it recyclable. So that's the box I got originally, and it was a lot of meat. I just think now I've learned how to maximize it, and I'll get into it in a second, how to get even more. Again, the whole thing with Butcher Box is grass-fed, grass-finished. People were asking, and I learned a lot in the comments of the previous video, that the grass finished is a pretty big deal to people. It's big for health. My doctors now say, hey, that omega-3s in grass-fed, grass-finished meat is a pretty big deal. So this is the new box I got. You're going to see there's a lot of different meats than I got in the first one, but some of the same. I got a lot more pork, and they offer some different things now, some different steaks. I got a couple of steaks in here that aren't normal, but I would like, if you want to make a comment, I'd like to know in your comments what kind of meat you'd like to see in a subscription box or in an online butcher. For me, I'd like to see like maybe a skirt steak available, short ribs, maybe a heritage breed ham, or special breed pork. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments there. So this is it's the same packaging as the first box, very biodegradable. They take a lot of pride in that, and you'll see I open it up. That's all like wood pulp or cardboard. That dry ice bag in this box, it did all evaporate, but everything was still solidly frozen. So I'm sure that's a problem, trying to keep things so cold, but I've never had a problem with it. There's some comments in the previous video where I guess people had. So look at all that. There's a lot more per pound meat, and I got a couple of these great Boston butts, which were about over 4 to 5 pounds each, which I think they consider them half of a Boston butt, but they were like the perfect size for my family. There's 3 of us, and we've had guests, and cooked one up this weekend, and it was really good. The bacon I've been getting since the very first box. Here's another Boston butt that we got. Again, the half sizes were really, really good. And since they're heritage breed, the flavor is like top notch on these. I think these are steak tips. Yeah, grass-fed flat iron steak there. So I did get a lot of beef. ton of wings here. I'll tell you about those in a second. That was a special that I'm now getting for life in every box. We're getting more and more chicken every time. Chicken breasts, we go through a lot of those, so we figured we'd load up on a little more chicken. So you can get a customized box instead of just the regular turnkey beef box. We got one with mixture of pork there, pork tenderloin, a mixture of chicken, and a couple of pounds of grass-fed ground beef there. And you still see in there a couple of steaks on the very left there, some strip steaks, which I have not cooked up yet, but look really good. Someone was asking me about how thick the steaks were, and that's one of their strip sirloins. So about not quite an inch, maybe half an inch to 3/4 of an inch, but a ton of meat, a lot more than I got in that very first box. And I could tell from the first, it got my attention because I hadn't been keeping up with what we're getting in the boxes since we first started, and my wife MJ has really been maximizing it. So how do you maximize it? There's a couple of different ways to do it, and one of the ways you can do it is by simply that you can, instead of getting a monthly box, you can get one every other month, which doesn't increase the volume, but it's one way to kind of manage. If you don't need a full box every month, you can spread it out a little longer. Another way is to have a combination box of beef or chicken or pork and manipulate what you're getting that way and get more for your money. In short, you can get more chicken and pork per pound than you can for beef. All right, so last but definitely not least is take advantage of the For Life offers. I got one they launched right now, but we've done several in the past. I'll show you them, different meats. We've done wings, beef, and bacon was the big one for a while, but right now it's free ground beef, 2 pounds for life. So it's a really pretty good deal. Let me show you what that's all about. My first box, we actually started our whole Butcher Box experience with a free bacon for life deal they used to have. I haven't seen it in a while. It'll probably come back after a while. And the bacon's great. You get this now. Now that we get the boxes, we get free bacon in every single box. It's high quality. I think you see up in the corner, it's Whole30 approved. It's, keto, all that stuff. No sugar, which is really good. So on top of everything, we get that free bacon every single month, continuing for the life of our membership, our subscription. Then there was a special promotion where they had free wings for life. And I think this is 3 pounds now moving forward in every box on top of the bacon. So now we get free chicken wings in every box. And it's super high quality, organic, free range chicken wings that we tend to use every single month. So it's been a really great add-on for us. That was a one-time add-on, and now we get it for life. Then on top of that, at one point, we got the ground beef for life deal as an add-on, and now we get 2 pounds, 2 of these. That's 1 pound that we're looking at, but you get 2 of those in every box for life ongoing. So that's one reason, aside from kind of choosing now a lot of chicken and pork in our boxes, you can mix and match. We get so much. There's 2 pounds of beef, there's 3 pounds of chicken wing, and bacon in every single box moving forward now for life. So if you want to look more into Butcher Box, I did put a bunch on the website, but in summary, it's a really good deal. That's the old video. And go back, that old video still holds true. The quality of the meat there is really good. I will say one disclosure. That box, I think, is a $149 box every month. In this box, you saw these 2 strip steaks on there. And from time to time, Butcher Box will have some special add-ons as well as the extra For Life offers. And it's like $19. And we got these 2 strip steaks that you saw in the box. And someone was asking me in the comments of the first video what they look like. There you go. Without a doubt, the biggest thing people get Butcher Box for is grass-fed, grass-finished beef. And I like, personally, for me, it's the heritage pork, but grass-fed, grass-finished. And then the other reason is right now, the free ground beef for life and all the free offers. You really I think they're good deals to take advantage of. So that's my suggestion right there. You want my free book? I put a link to my free Sauces and Sides book. Just grab it and download it in the description box and also on the website. As always, for more tips, tricks, other fun stuff, it's always at www.barbecuetricks.com. Thanks for watching.